The clock is 9 a.m. early in the morning. Welcome to the first Bsure Brief, where we're going to talk about what's new in Bsure. I'm Gunnar, the co-founder and the CTPO of Bsure. This is the first time we're doing it. We've released some new features, and why I'm talking English is because we have an audience from all over the world today. Hopefully everyone is comfortable with me presenting in English. So we just need to jump into the topics. In week 10, we released some new features and modules. We created something we call an application owner module. We have something called AI license recommender for unused premium licenses. We released a new Entra ID role report, and we added some autopilot information to the Intune drill down reports. We will also give you a sneak peek of what's coming next. So let's jump into it. So application owner, why and what's the problem? Today we do have a lot of enterprise apps within our environment. Who owns them? Are they in use? Should they be there? Should they be deleted? Do they have a cost? Is the cost optimized? That's why we actually have the application owner role as described in the governance frameworks like ISO and ITIL and such. So we want, since we have a lot of data about all the applications and who's using them and from where in the world and the cost aspects of it, why don't we actually bring it to the audience that actually are responsible for it? So let's demo the application owner. So today we do see the usage of each application, meaning who has authenticated towards them. And then it is this information that this ERP4 application, we don't know what it is, but in our example, it is an application called visma.net. It has 336 users consuming the application since November 2025 until now. Please do not, this is demo data, so it's not like 100% precise, but it gives you the concept of it. So this ERP4 application, it occurs some cost on it. It has a user cost of 100 per user. It has a base fee of 1,500 per month, and which gives you a total cost of something. But you bought 350 licenses of it, meaning that you can save 1,400 of it. This is interesting for the owner of the application that's normally responsible for the contract with the vendor of this application. They're also responsible for the locations. From where in the world should this application be consumed? And then we do have the access in the current Bsure application. So we can see that Abram Shaw actually used it the 14th of February 2026, and it used it from Norway. But this information is a bit too much for the business application owner. They are also interested if a credential is expiring to ensure that they don't get business interruptions within their application. So let's say if a secret is expiring, why should we not show it to the application owner itself so that they can ensure that the IT department brings them a new secret and helps them put it into the application to ensure that the integrations and such are working. For the IT department, it's really difficult to actually handle all these applications. So the applications that are not used anymore, who should we talk to? Can we just delete them? So if we try to actually put something that we in Bsure call the application owner, which is different than the Entra ID application owner that gives you permissions on the applications in Entra ID, this is just metadata within Bsure. So you select an application owner. So now we are going to set me as the application owner of the application's ERP4. Then we go to customer settings, applications. It's already here since we started monitoring the cost of it and to be able to do cost allocations on it. So you see, we give it a friendly name. We search for the user that is going to be the application owner of this one. We can edit the unit cost, meaning the cost per user per month, and the fixed cost or the baseline fee per month, and how many you bought, and when the license renewal date is next. So when I click Save Changes here, you need to inform the application owner that it's now responsible for this application and have access to the usage statistics and such. So you can either open an email draft with this toggle on, or you can copy these instructions to the clipboard and paste it in Teams and such. I'm not doing that right now. So what happens then? Then we will, when we refresh the page, we will see that we get a new web native page, which do not require a Power BI license. We will have a KPI sections on top where you actually see the applications you are responsible for. We see the monthly application cost measured on the last 30 days. And the potential cost savings based on the usage last 30 days. Then these people that is the business application owners, they are not very technical. They are like my mom. They don't know a lot. So in order to show off what's important, we've created some rules that will highlight the stuff that we think it's important for the application owners. So here it is, you have 297 users that haven't signed into Visma.net application in the last 60 days. Meaning this is important since you are going to renew the application in the next 6 days. So let's say you fix these two. So then you can choose to ignore them to get them out of the list, or you can delegate it to someone. So let's say, Olav, you should be delegated this task of fixing the new negotiation, the new contract accordingly, and we will have a discussion about it. Then you can actually remove this assessment from the list. And you can send it by email or copy the instructions to the clipboard. In the future, we will integrate this with the most commonly used ITSM tools so that you can create tickets within your existing tools. So I'm not going to open the email draft, but now the list is empty and you see that I've delegated this task to Olav on this date. So I have a track on it. We don't want to build an ITSM tool within Bsure Insights, so we are aiming for integrating with the ITSM tools that you have, like ServiceNow or Jira or whatever solution you use. The application owner also have drilled down tables where you can actually see the information that is provided. You bought 350, it has a user cost of 100, the fixed monthly fee is 1,500, total 36,500. But what's interesting is the cost per user. And the cost per user is measured by the activity within the last 30 days. And in this occasion, it is then 184 per user, which is active. You have, based on the last 30 days, 152 unused licenses, since you only have 198 active users of the application, which give you a saving potential of 15,200. You can also look at from where in the world is the application consumed. So this is also a responsibility of the application owner. From where in the world should it be consumed? Normally, when the application is installed, there are some rules that says this application should only be allowed to consume within these countries and stuff. But conditional access tends to fluctuate over the time, and changes happen. So we want to show what's really happening within your environment, and then you can actually select the period based on your retention time within Bsure Insights. So you can see from the whole period of time for how long, from where in the world is it used. You also have a usage. What happened now? You also have a usage section where you can see all the users in the application. Now it's demo ghost. This is good. So let's try to open a new tab. So you can export the users to Excel. You can bring in the columns that you want in this section here. So you can just select the columns. It will remember the things that you have done, so that the next time you come in, it will keep the columns that you've selected and the usage period that you want to bring out. So let's try to add one more application, and that is just to show you how to add a new application if you're new to the feature, to add in cost and stuff. You just add a new application. You search from all the applications within your environment. You can even select Microsoft applications like Power BI Service if you have a application owner on that one. But now I'm going to do it on ERP3, I think it's called. Yes. So the friendly name of this is some SAP timesheet or something. The application owner is going to be Gunnar. I want to put the unit cost of 12. The fixed cost is 5,000. The units bought, I bought 600 of it. And the renewal date is in mid-April or wherever. When I add this one, like you see, I'm getting the same menu where I can inform Gunnar that now he's responsible for this application. And when I go to the application owner, I see that I now have two applications where the SAP timesheet application has no users. The renewal date is in 21 days. And it also have an expired secret. This means that they should probably say to someone within the IT department that this application should be discontinued. Please delete this application. It's no longer in use. We started using something else. So we created this application owner module in order for to help the IT department doing the application governance on the enterprise applications that you installed. And most of the times you install it based on some business needs within your organization. So the next part is the AI license recommender for unused premium licenses. One thing before we start, please ask questions in the chat and in the QA section, and we will address that immediately after we've gone through all the features that we have. So AI license recommender for unused premium licenses. What that is that you have on the Microsoft licenses, you will see that you have something called recommendations. If you don't have this report available, then you actually need to set the AI license recommender in an enable state. So you go to the AI recommender. Now mine is enabled. Then you just press enable AI. What it will do is that it will start the training process of your data based on the sign-in logs and what the licenses are assigned to each user. And the next day, you will see the result within your report. So it's basing the data on 90 days. So if someone haven't used Visio for the last 90 days, it will actually show up in this report, regardless of the activity state of the user itself. So here you see we have 2 users that haven't used Visio. Bayana Buck signed in 95 days ago. So she's like an active user, but she haven't used Visio. So you can remove that license. Same goes with the Microsoft 365 Copilot. What's the covered list of the licenses that we cover in this removal of premium licenses is Copilot, Visio, Power BI, Teams Room, Project, Power Automate, Teams Premium, and the Viva Suite. So that is what we're doing. That is what's supported right now. So that was the AI license recommender for unused premium licenses. So if we go to the next section, it is the new Entra ID Roles report. And the problem today with Entra ID roles is that we have eligible roles. You can assign them through groups and who has access, and showing that in a single pane is really difficult using the Microsoft portals. So we got feedback from you, from many customers, that they wanted a single pane of glass to actually see the roles. So today we are going to demo how many Intune admins do we have, and are any of them inactive. This is very important these days because we had the famous Striker attack a week ago or something, where a malicious actor actually wiped almost 100,000 devices within a company called Stryker, a medical company in the US. So protecting these are really important. So under security and Entra ID roles, we have all the roles. We have what kind of object you want to investigate. If you want to investigate if they are eligible or permanent, or if it comes from a direct assignment or through a group. So we were looking at the Intune administrator. So we have 11 unique entities, in this case users, that has this role available. And you see some of them have the role from different sources, like 2 different groups. They're a member of 2 different groups that gives the same role. What's important to actually do here is that you see that we enumerate the users and show off the users within the groups. So you see you even have a guest here that has this role, and you can go to select, do I have some inactive users that have this role? And do I have some that haven't registered MFA that holds these roles? And then you end up with this list of users. You have inactive users that haven't signed in. that haven't signed in for a long time. They haven't registered MFA, but they do have permissions, eligible roles, and even this Canaan Noble user have a permanent assignment to the Intune administrator role that is active with no end date. So this is just a way of finding these users really, really fast. And you can copy these principal display names that we have here, and then you can just paste them in the principal display name and search for them. And then you can see all the roles that each individual has assigned to them and from where they come. Is it coming from direct assignments or from groups? So it's just a better way of getting control. The last thing that we are going to show is the Intune drill down report. And this, some of you have asked for information about autopilot group tags and purchase order in the drill down reports. My demo data is limited, but let's just show how it looks. So in the Intune drill down report, we can select the serial number and the device name, and we can select the autopilot information that we have. So we have the autopilot enrollment state, the user principal name, the group tag, and the purchase order. So in order to drill down on these ones, you need to use the filter menu on the right side, and then you can say, show me the not contacted or the not enrolled devices and the group tags on these ones. So then you can actually filter on seeing the group tags on the not contacted or not started devices that's out in the organization. So then we have 8 minutes left if we have some questions, Olav. If someone wants to dive deep into some of the topics, if we have any questions. If someone wants to ask the question not in the chat, please open the microphone and you can just speak to us.
We got one question in the chat, and that was so the IA license recommender, when you enable that, where is the data processed and stored when we train on it?
Yes, inside the application in your environment, there is a separate job. So it's all done within your own environment, which is kind of hard when doing training and stuff. So we are doing training inside just on your own data. So nothing is shared with us. So training happens within your environment. The data is stored in the SQL server within your environment, and nothing is exposed to Bsure centrally.
That's good, because that was the same I answered in the chat. So then we're aligned.
Yeah. Any other questions? Someone that is wondering about something, have any questions related to application owner, license recommender, and stuff like that? If not, I'll give you guys a sneak peek of what's coming next, because we are continuously improving the solution, and we are doing that based on your feedback. So it's important for us to get your feedback, what's important for you. So what we will do in the new version is that we will do something about the layout, so it will look a bit different. The Power BI feature will stay exactly the same as before. The only thing that we've improved is that it has a better sign-in method to the Power BI, so the timeout issues that some of you reported will be gone. It will also save if you have done some filtering within your reports. You can also save that one, so that for the filters that you have. But if you get lost in the filters, you have the return back to the default Bsure filtering options that you have, and then you can start over again if you actually lose everything. We see that happens quite often. But what's really important is that now we've talked about the application owner, but why don't we distribute the information to managers, seeing the information of what team members do you have, what is the license cost for my team, what kind of applications has been consumed and what's the cost of it, what's the authentication methods used within my organization, what devices do I have and what's the compliance state of them, which guest accounts is owned by my team. And also when we get to the AI recommendations, we will show them off here. We will say, Olav hasn't consumed Visio for a period of time. You could probably just talk to Olav and make a request to the IT department to remove Olav's access to the Visio license. We will also, since this is based on the manager attribute, we see that many organizations need to put information out based on attributes. Let's say Olav is responsible for company A and the finance department. Then we should set that Olav is responsible for the attributes where the company like A and the department like finance. And then we assign that scope to Olav. And when Olav signs in, he will see the total amount of users with this. And that is breaking the limitations of managers, because it's not only following the hierarchy. And some municipality clusters also need to distribute insights to the different municipalities within the cluster and to some IT responsibles so that they can actually fix and send information to that one. We will also do a KPI dashboard where we will create new KPIs with trends, so you can measure how you're performing over time. We also are really interested in your feedback when it comes to these KPIs. What's interesting to you? We will do our best guess on these ones. But if you have something that is really important to you, we will really love that feedback as well. On the Microsoft licenses and license recommender, we are working on giving you advices. Do you have any eligible users that are that can use F licenses instead of E licenses? So we will look for users within your environment that can use F licenses, which is much cheaper than the E licenses, and find those and expose those in the application. So that is what we're working on right now, alongside a lot of minor improvements. No questions, no feedback. Maybe we should pull up the poll, Olav.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's see. I'm launching it now. Let's see, there it is. So if you take some time and think which of these new features Gunnar presented today is the most interesting ones for you, and submit your response, that would be helpful for us.
Yeah, and this is related to where should we take the application moving forward? What is important for you? How can the application help you in order to perform your tasks? Yes, we got a question that says, what about getting the device information from the vendor to get information about devices such as warranty and this information? Yes, it's on the roadmap. We've talked to the vendors that has APIs where we can bring down this information by code, which is Dell, HP, and Lenovo. We are not allowed, or anyone is not allowed to actually do this as a third party. So it means that everyone needs to get their own API keys. They have a lifetime of typically 90 days where you actually need to request a new one. It's on the roadmap. We will definitely try to make it, but that means that we need to create a place where you can paste your own API key, and then we will bring down the data. It will come, and it's a good idea. Well, time's up. If no other questions, then it's goodbye. But remember, please let us know what's interesting to you. If you have some general feedback, if you have something that you want to fix, please let us know using your channels. Support at bsure.no is a great way of communicating, and we will probably set up a meeting and discuss what you need. Thank you so much for your time.